Hey good people, if you're a bass player, there's a good chance you've heard of Alembic, but did you know this iconic company didn't start out making bass guitars? In this video, we're going to dive into the history of one of the industry's most iconic boutique bass builders. By definition, an alembic is a still consisting of two vessels connected by a tube for distillation of liquids. I'd like to think those two vessels are Ron and Susan Wickersham, who first met at Pacific Recording Studio in San Francisco in the 60s and founded Alembic in 1969 as a consulting company for the Grateful Dead. The purpose of Alembic was to assist with the quality of the sound of the Dead's live shows and recordings. One of their innovations was the infamous Wall of Sound PA system, consisting of hundreds of speakers designed by Ron and Owsley Stanley in 1970. Eventually, the improvements in live sound also led to improving the sound of the Grateful Dead's guitars and basses. Ron, along with Rick Turner, designed the first low-impedance pickups with active preamps, creating the first active bass guitar for Phil Lesh by modifying his Guild Starfire hollow body bass, seen here. Pretty soon they were doing tons of active preamp mods for other musicians and began upgrading other guitar components too, like neck carves, brass bridges, nuts, and eventually creating their own line of guitars and basses. The first being the Alembic 7201, a bass built for Jack Cassidy of Jefferson Airplane in 1972. Soon after, Alembic began producing the Series 1 electric bass, and in 1973, bass legend Stanley Clarke was rising to fame with his work with Chick Corea's Return to Forever, and the sound of his Alembic Series 1 was front and center. This established Alembic as the boutique builder of high-end bass guitars. Over the years, amazing bass players like Stanley Clarke, John Entwistle, Mark King, Jimmy Flem Johnson, and Andy West of the Dixie Dregs. Are all known for playing alembics. In 1979, Alembic introduced a more affordable distillate bass, followed by models like the Epic and the Spoiler, which are no longer in production, but current models like the Rogue, Essence, and Series 2 are still in high demand by bass connoisseurs all over the world. Although they're one of the world's most revered bass builders, this small family-owned company of less than 20 employees continues to create innovative, handmade basses out of their Santa Rosa, California factory. So this is my gorgeous Alembic Spoiler. Although it was made for a music store in Georgia in 1989, this bass made it to a musician in the Netherlands before it finally graced my collection. Like all Alembics, it's just a fantastic piece of art. It's got a 5/8 quilted maple top, purple heart and maple 7-piece neck through with a mahogany body, ebony fretboard, just top-notch build all the way through. But what really sets these basses apart, I think, from other basses, besides the quality, is the electronics. This one has a 4-way selector switch, has a volume control, a Q switch, and a frequency control. The frequency control is a low-pass filter, and they're pretty unique. With the exception of wall basses, I don't know of another manufacturer that installs them. So what is a low-pass filter? It filters out frequencies above a certain hertz, allowing the low frequencies to pass through, hence the name low pass. Since this one is sweepable, wherever you tune the filter is the cutoff frequency. This one is tunable from around 350 Hz to 6 kHz, so the frequencies below the tunable cutoff are passed through. The Q switch boosts the cutoff frequency of the filter around 8 dB. With the Q switch engaged, the filter basically acts like an onboard wah pedal. The range of tones are endless depending on which pickup you're using and how you've got the filter dialed in. So let's hear some examples. Here you got the neck pickup with no filter engaged, and it sounds like this. Now with the the Q filter engaged, I'm going to dial in a low pass. You can kind of hear it in there, almost like a wah pedal. So depending on where I set that. Here's both pickups. Here's the bridge pickup. Used Alembics range from a few thousand to $30,000, depending on the model and condition. But when you consider the technology and the craftsmanship that goes into each bass, they're really worth the money, and they hold their value extremely well on the used market. Hey, I really hope you found value in this video today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.